Kylo Ren's shuttle was one of the most unique and memorable ships in the sequel trilogy. Today let's take a look at the design, specifications, and history of this intimidating vessel. I am Joey from Radio Free Coruscant, and this is the Upsilon-class command shuttle. Design. The Sinar Jameis Fleet Systems Upsilon-class command shuttle was a mid-sized personnel transport created to transport high-ranking First Order officials. It had a small, angular main hull flanked by two enormous wings that gave it the silhouette of a bat when in flight. These wings were lined with incredibly powerful shields, sensors, communications equipment, and electronic countermeasures, and had a red exterior light to indicate when the sensors were in use to alert nearby ground crew to their harmful radiation. Like most Republic and Imperial shuttles that came before it, the wings of the Upsilon could fold up on landing to save space in hangars. However, due to their unusually large size, they also incorporated a sliding mechanism to retract the upper half of each wing to further reduce the ship's height. The ship's 4 landing gear were located at the bottom of the wings, and its weapons just a bit above that, roughly in line with their hinges. The Upsilon's hull had 2 rooms inside, the cockpit at the front and the passenger cabin in the middle. The interior was accessed by a boarding ramp on the bottom, located roughly in the same position as that of its predecessor, the Lambda-class shuttle. The ship also had 2 SJFS-200A ion engines at the rear. In real life, there were several concepts produced for the Upsilon class, but the one that made it to screen was created by Ryan Church, and the lighting design for it was done by David Fogler. Specifications. The Upsilon class measured 19.1 meters long by about 53.7 meters wide and 30.9 meters tall in flight, or 13.5 meters wide and 25 meters tall in its landing configuration. It had a Class 1 hyperdrive and a top atmospheric speed of 950 km per hour. The ship was armed with 2 LS-10.2 twin heavy laser cannons and various electronic countermeasures. It required 1 to 5 crew, including a pilot and co-pilot, as well as possibly an engineer, communications officer, and a captain, mission specialist, passenger attendant, or something else. It could carry 10 passengers and an unknown amount of cargo, possibly around 80 tons with no passengers aboard, like the Lambda-class shuttle could carry. The Upsilon's price is unknown as well, but with all its technological advancements, it was probably at least double the price of the Lambda, at around 300,000 credits. History. The Upsilon class was designed in secret sometime during the decades after the Battle of Endor. It was in use by the First Order at least as early as 34 ABY, but may have been created many years before then. Imperial remnants gathered in the unknown regions beyond the Outer Rim, and eventually coalesced into the First Order, which believed that it could retake the galaxy through technological superiority. During their time in hiding, First Order elites worked with Imperial sympathizers in the military-industrial complex to create much more advanced versions of many familiar Imperial ships, vehicles, and weapons. One of these was, of course, the Upsilon-class command shuttle, which Kylo Ren and many other important members of the First Order used as their personal transports in the short time leading up to and during their insurrection. The fate of the Upsilon class following the First Order and Final Order's defeat is unknown, but I would imagine that relatively few of them were built, and most were destroyed in battle or scrapped afterward. And that's everything there is to know about the Upsilon-class command shuttle. Let me know what you think of this ship, and what other ships you'd like to see covered in the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. RFC, out.